So this is my first game with my brand new deck that I just made, Empoleon Dusknoir. And it's not ideal, I've only got one Dusknoir, so ideally I'd want at least a second one, maybe even a heavier line of three, but I just kind of wanted to, it's a very interesting deck, and I just kind of wanted to test it out and see how it worked. So this match is against a Darkrai deck. I mulligan, looks like he mulligans as well, so it ends up being nice and even. Start off with a Mewtwo, and not a bad hand. This deck runs so many different Pokemon with Empoleon, Landorus, Mewtwo, and Dusknoir that it really utilizes communication. So let's see. I have a chance to get a Landorus out turn one. If I can get a switch, I can start putting some heavy damage on, so that's what I'm going to aim for right now. And I'm going to throw out those waters just to get a Piplup on the field as well. And then now that my hand's down to nothing, I'm going to go ahead and end. I don't hit the switch for the turn one Hammerhead, but I'm still set up pretty nice anyways, so I'll go ahead and get another Piplup out, and I'll go ahead and just end my turn there. I could super rod those two water energy in, but I have a feeling I'll be discarding some other stuff as well, so might as well not have to worry about it for right now. So he catches up a Piplup in case he can get off a turn one Night Spear and be able to knock out that Piplup. Doesn't look like it ends up happening. He attaches, gets an Eviolite on Bouffalant, and random receivers for another supporter. Nice. So I put a Duskull on the bench. Go ahead and we're going to attach the energy to my active, and we're going to start attacking. We're going to go ahead and Rare Candy that Empoleon, and we're going to Diving Draw, I think, the Ultra Ball. I don't really need that right now. Actually, no, I'm going to Ultra Ball the Juniper because I can actually use the Ultra Ball later for my next turn to get a Dusknoir out and be able to start really doing some damage and moving that around. So I hit his Darkrai for 90. Looks like he random receivers again for a Sharon. I thought he random receivered last time for a Sharon, but maybe he's going for something else. He goes ahead and plays a Sharon, attaches a Dart to the Bouffalant. Ultra Balls, gets out another Darkrai, and then has to pass. The only odd thing I see about this deck is that he's playing a basic Shaymin for Call for Family. It's really the only odd thing. So I'm going to Ultra Ball for Dusknoir, go ahead and Rare Candy, and this is where the fun begins. Sinister Hand lets me move around my opponent's energy. Not energy. Damage in any way that I like. So this is where it gets a little bit time consuming. And this is my first time playing the deck, so it's taking me a little while to figure out where exactly everything is going. And now I'm just trying to decide, do I want to take a knockout and knock out the Shaymin? Do I want to focus on some of the heavier hitters, spreading out the damage in case he brings out a max potion? Right now that Darkrai is not ready to attack, so right now I'm just going to split the damage up between the Shaymin and the Bouffalant just so he can't max potion it all off. And in case he knocks out my Dusknoir, getting some things ready for knockouts to be a lot easier with my Empoleon. And, yeah, that Bouffalant can be, hurt me quite a bit. So, definitely want to keep that guy low. And, I'll go ahead and attack command for 100 on the active Darkrai. And that prevents me from getting a knockout on the Darkrai. However, more importantly, that keeps the damage on the field, and wow, right now he is not able to attack. He spread his energy out, assuming that I was going to knock out his active Darkrai. He attached to the bench Darkrai. But yeah, with Dusknoir, yeah, I am not going to let that Deino that he just benched stay around. So we're going to move 6 damage counters from that active Darkrai onto that Deino to knock it out. We're just not going to let him get a Hydreigon into play. And even if he had maybe not benched the Darkrai previously and benched 2 Deino, My previous, keeping all that energy on, or that damage on the field ended up being a really good idea, because had he benched 2 Deano, I would have had enough damage on the field to knock out both of them, really crippling the deck. This is a variant of Hydreigon, obviously a little odd variant with the Shaymin, but without Hydreigon, it really is not able to work. And as amazingly fast as I got this Empoleon and Dusknoir up, I mean, honestly, this was as much of a god start as I could ask for, and isn't really typical, so do keep that in mind. But this just gives you an idea of how the deck works. I went ahead and Super Rodded some energy back in, and we're going to Sinister Hand. Let's see. I actually have enough, I think, to knock out the Shaymin or the Buffalo. The Bouffalant can really do my Landorus some heavy damage, but that Shaymin, as fast of a prize lead as I'm taking, can really do a lot of damage as well. So, I've got 2 different options here. So I ended up taking out the Bouffalant, simply because it's a bigger threat to Landorus, and, honestly, Shaymin has so little HP that it'll be an easy knockout later on. So I go ahead and computer search, knocking out everything but my Empoleon, get another, go for the rare candy, get another Empoleon into play. And so, I mean, I have a hand size of none, but I mean, I draw anything next turn and I'll be able to diving draw for 2 more cards. So there's a great thing about this deck is it's not afraid to have low hands. So he plays a Sableye and another Deano. Attaches another energy to the Darkrai on the bench, and I really don't have that much to Super Rod in, so we're just going to diving draw, get rid of that. We'll go ahead and attach to the Empoleon, get that set up. I could second diving draw, but there's really no need to, and why throw out an Empoleon if you don't have to? So right now, we're going to move all the damage that I just did to that Darkrai onto that Deano. Just keep him from getting a Hydreigon up, because once he gets a Hydreigon up, he can really just make my Dusknoirs useless by moving his energy around and utilizing Max Potion, and at least that's my strategy when I play Hydreigon Darkrai against this deck. So I take a 3rd prize with that by knocking out that Deano, and I don't have quite enough to knock out the Shaymin, so I just do 100 to the active Darkrai, and looks like he's going to play an N. That's fine. Again, this deck, what I love about this deck, even from just this one game, is it is not afraid of low hand sizes. So he brings up a fresh Darkrai, hits me for 90 and hits the Dusknoir for 30. But man, I am just set up perfect right now, and I've actually got the game. So I actually don't think I see that I have the game at this point. I'm going to go ahead and attach fighting to that Landorus. We're going to use Sinister Hand to move some of that those damage counters from the active Darkrai, or even the bench Darkrai, over to the Shaymin EX. And actually, there's a lot of ways I can take my 3 prizes right now. I could just knock out the Darkrai. I have the catcher in hand to knock out something smaller. Yeah, but big thing is we're going to move him over, taking easy 2 prizes by knocking out that Shaymin EX. And he's got 50 on him. I can move up the damage counters, or, I mean, really, I have so many options right now of just how to win this. Honestly, this was as pretty much a god game as I could ask for, but just kind of wanted to show you what the game works or looks like when it's working at its best. So I catcher up a Shaymin, knock it out for the game. Nice quick 6-0 game, and really awesome deck. So I'll definitely be playing more of this, and if I can get another Dusknoir, get a better version built.